So when I first set out to focus, do this piece, obviously it didn't start out like that. It started out just as holes drilled through. I'm trying to make it as organic as possible. Of course I did have like a bit of a plan on how I was gonna shape the piercings. But obviously it started out just as holes drilled through, and then we're on to working with the fake Dremel. We're using this burr high-speed cutter. Focus. And it does the job. Once we get out to the other side of the rim here, we're seeing more finished stuff. I also, when I ebonized it, I added some gold and silver gilt cream to pick out some of the grain. It's hornbeam, so the grain is fairly straight and not particularly exciting, but still a nice grained wood. So I still need to get in there again, do some cleanup, but we are getting to the point now. Well, that was 2 holes, became 1 hole. I think I might have to put something large on the other side, join some of these to balance it, but we'll see. I'm liking the result after it's been cleaned. I like the contrast between how white the wood is and how dark the ebonizing lacquer was. But yeah, it takes a while. Takes a fair old while, but it's enjoyable. It's like a rewarding tedium, I guess. You don't really, well, I haven't so far, haven't got bored of what I'm doing. It's just finding the time when I can do it and not worry about how much noise I'm making. It's not the quietest of tools. It's not the loudest of tools. But then, once it's almost halfway for the top half, I've got to flip it back over again afterwards and bevel these edges as well so they look like this, just so it's nice and soft when you run your finger over it. Like I said, I haven't spent much time doing the bottom yet. It's mostly been the top, and I need to get back onto the insides and clean it out a little bit. I did cross my mind to sort of stain the white parts, because I've got some spirit stains, and I thought maybe a red would look quite nice, but at the same time I like the contrast of black and white. It's one of my favourite contrasts, so I might just leave it as it is. And then once it's done, I'm going to try and add a decorative line here, another one here. Then we're going to grab, so I'm using just a few different burrs at the moment. The one that's in there now, which is the high-speed cutter, which is doing most of the work. And we've got this guy, which is really good for doing the bevels at the end, or at the edge, sorry. Comes in nicely and just cuts a nice bevel around, and it's pretty good for cleaning up the inside. It's just a little large for some of the smaller holes, so we've got this little high-speed cutter. Focus. Anyway, it's similar to this burr. And then I feel like I've lost one here. Definitely have lost one here. Not sure where that is. Then anyway, we have these diamond burrs, which are like high-speed sandpaper. So that's going to be for the final cleanup of the inside once I've got it to the right shape. There's another high-speed cutter there, which is good for the long bits. And then, yeah, once we've put the bevels on with this guy, top and bottom, cleaned all that up, as I say, we'll put a decorative line around this edge, if I can fit one, then another one here to sort of create this border, and another one sort of here, and then in between this gap I'm going to use this guy just to boop, 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 make some dents, divots. Oh, that focused a little bit better on that little one now. You can see. So yeah, and then, so yeah, line, bumps, line, and then we'll dish out the center for the platter. And that'll be it. So, watch this space as we complete this one. See if I can get some footage of me actually carving it, but it is not going to be particularly interesting for any of you, so maybe I'll save you that rigmarole. Join me back when it's finished.